destination chosen, just gas enough to get us somewhere new. The radio was always on to something, and everything we heard felt like it knew. We had no plan and thought that made us lucky. We had no map and called it being free. And every wrong turn somehow got us somewhere. We laughed at things that weren't that funny, really, but laughed because the laughing felt so right. We stayed out past the hour that made sense then, and walked back home beneath the open night. I didn't know that I was storing all of it, the way a tree stores rings inside its core. Before we knew better, we knew everything. Before we knew better, we lived like it would last. Before we knew better, we never looked too fast. Before we knew better was the best of it. I wouldn't trade a single wrong decision from back when we were young enough to try, because the best mistakes I ever made then were made with you beside me on that ride. Before we knew better, we lived like it would last. Before we knew better, we never looked too fast. Before we knew better, we had it all. I can still feel the heat of that particular summer, the kind that settled into everything. The screen doors creak, the cicadas after sundown, the way the air felt full of something. I had a job I didn't think about on weekends, and friends who knew exactly where to find me, and time that moved the way time used to move. I didn't know that summer was the last one, before the years began to ask for more, before the calendar filled up with obligations, and weekends stopped feeling like before. I'd give a great deal just to walk back go back there. I found them in a shoebox, under sweaters, the ones I wrote but never thought to mail. Each one began the same way, with your name there, and ended somewhere words began to fail. I must have written 20 in that winter, the winter after everything fell through, and none of them were good enough to send you. I read them now the way you'd read a stranger's, with distance that the years have given me. The person writing them was so much younger and braver than I let myself to be. She said the things I swallowed for a decade, put them on the page and then put them away. I wish I'd had the courage she was practicing. Letters I never sent, said everything I meant. Letters I never sent were truer than the rest. Letters I never sent still know your name. I didn't mail them then and won't mail them now. Some things are meant to stay inside the box, but I'm glad she wrote them, that younger version. Glad she found the words before she lost. Letters I never sent, said everything I meant. Letters I never sent were truer than the rest. Letters I never sent, and now I understand.
I caught a glimpse of him the other morning, in a photograph I hadn't seen in years. He's standing in a field with his arms out wide, like nothing in the world could bring him fears. He didn't know what waited up ahead there. He didn't know the half of what was coming. And looking at him now, I'd say good luck, kid. He thought everything was just beginning. He thought the hard part hadn't started yet. He had a laugh that didn't need a reason, and hadn't learned the things he would regret. I've tried to hold on to the best parts of him, the openness, the willingness to try. The boy I used to be still lives somewhere in me. The boy I used to be didn't know how fast it'd go. The boy I used to be had so much left to know. The boy I used to be still looks out through my eyes. I wanna tell him not to be in such a hurry, that the slow road has the better view by far. But he wouldn't listen, he was already running, and maybe that was just who we were. The boy I used to be didn't know how fast it'd go. The boy I used to be had so much left to know. The boy I used to be, I carry him with pride. We used to ride our bikes on gravel roads in June, before the heat had settled in for good. Past the old barn where the swallows nested early, through every shortcut that we knew we should. There was a creek we always stopped to wade through, too cold for swimming, but too good to pass. And afternoons that had no end in sight then. I went back once to find the gravel road gone, paved over smooth and painted down the center. The barn was just a memory of a roof line, and June felt different somehow, maybe thinner. But somewhere underneath the quiet suburb, the creek is still doing what creeks do. And somewhere I'm still wading through it, barefoot. Gravel roads in June were never just a road. They were the whole world. paved over, but you can close your eyes and feel the stones, the way they sounded under bicycle tires, the way that summer always felt like home. Gravel roads in June were never just a road, they were the whole world before the world got on. Gravel roads in June, take me back again. It wasn't anything that special, really. Just five of us around the table talking. Pizza in the middle, getting colder, and nobody with anywhere worth walking. We talked about the things young people talk about, the future and the people we'd become, and laughed until the restaurant looked at us. I've had fancier evenings since that one there, better food and far more comfortable chairs, but nothing quite as easy as that table, nothing quite as free of small repairs. We didn't have to try to be together, it just was what it was, and that was good. What we called a good time really was one. What we call a good time was better than we knew. What we call a good time was me and all of you. What we called a good time still makes me smile. I'd trade 100 of the nights since then for one more night around that table laughing. Not because those other nights were worthwhile, but because that kind of easy doesn't last.
There's a song that takes me somewhere every time, without my asking, without any warning. It comes on in a grocery store or car ride, and suddenly it's that particular morning. You're standing in the kitchen, hair still tangled, the coffee's on and nothing needs deciding, and we have all the time. The song is playing. I've tried to understand why music does this, why certain songs are doorways to a room where everything you loved is still exactly where you left it in the afternoon. The science of it doesn't really matter. What matters is the song still works its way back to the morning, where you're always waiting. The song that was playing when everything was right. The song that was playing still plays inside the night. The song that was playing brings you back to me. I keep the station on where it might find me some afternoon when I have let my guard down, because the best surprise I know is sudden and sounds exactly like that song. The song that was playing when everything was right. The song that was playing still plays inside the night. The song that was playing, and there you are again.
We always thought we were a little older, more serious than the people around us seemed. We carried ourselves like we had it figured, like we were further along than we had dreamed. But looking back at photographs from then there, we were just kids with very serious faces, younger than we felt by half a lifetime. My daughter showed me one the other evening and asked me what I was so worried about. that filled me up with doubt. I wish I could go back and tell that younger face, you got so much more time than this looks like. You're younger than you feel. Enjoy the feeling. Younger than we felt, that's what we really were. Younger than we felt before the years conferred. Younger than we felt and didn't know it then. I try to hold that lesson now for real here, that I am probably younger than I think, that whatever seems so heavy in this moment will lighten by the time I reach the brink. Younger than we felt, that's what we really were. Younger than we felt before the years conferred. Younger than we felt. I tell us both to rest.
I took the last train out of town that August, with everything I owned inside one bag. The platform was deserted, but for one face, you waving like the whole goodbye would drag. I pressed my hand against the cold glass window and watched the town get smaller in the dark, and carried you with me the whole way forward. I've wondered since what would have happened staying if I had put the bag back down and turned. Some roads lead somewhere better for the leaving, and some were never meant to be returned. I don't regret the choosing, just the leaving. The way a clean break still leaves something sore. The last train out of town took me to my life. The last train out of town was harder than I knew. The last train out of town was me leaving you. The last train out of town still echoes in my chest. There's no way now to know which version of me would have been the happier of the one who stayed or the one who kept on going. I only know the one who misses you. The last train out of town was harder than I knew. The last train out of town was me leaving you. The last train out of town, and I still feel it. We had nothing but time and didn't treasure it the way you never treasure what's in reach. We let the afternoon slip by like water and called it living when it was just ease. I'd sit for hours with no particular purpose and never once feel guilty for the sitting. We had nothing but time, and it was plenty. Now time is what I'm always running short of, the thing I'd pay the most to get back some. I parcel out my hours like a miser, and still the weeks go faster as they come. I think of all those empty, slow afternoons with something close to longing in my chest. We had nothing but time, and it was everything. Nothing but time, and we let it run. Nothing but time before the rush begun. Nothing but time was all we ever needed. If I could send a message back to them there, I'd say, hold on, don't wish the slow days gone. The hurry comes on its own soon enough, so let the long afternoon be long. Nothing but time, and we let it run. Nothing but time before the rush begun. Nothing but time was more than enough.
and somehow never paid the price for bending. You laughed at things the rest of us were careful of, and never seemed to worry where it's ending. I used to think that you were just lucky, that eventually the bill would find you somewhere. But decades on, you still seem just as unbothered. I've spent a long time being so responsible, and you've spent that same time being you. And I can't say my way was any better, just different from the way you always knew. Maybe there's a version of a life well lived that looks a lot more like the way you did it. Maybe I was the one who missed the lesson, the one who got away with everything. Taught me more than I could see back then. The one who got away with everything was living while I practice now and when. The one who got away with everything. I finally understand. Oh, it's not too late to let a little of it go. The caution and the careful and the plan, to be a little more like you were always, living like the moments close at hand. The one who got away with everything taught me more than I could see back then. The one who got away with everything was living while I practice now and when. The one who got away with everything still shows me how. I think about the version of us then sometimes, the early one before the years got in, when everything was still at first, or nearly. And every room we walked into was new. We argued over things that didn't matter, and made up faster than we learned to do. The version of us then was something really. We didn't know what we were in the middle of,
returning to the ordinary days, the ones that didn't seem like much back then. A Tuesday afternoon with nothing pressing, a kitchen full of something on the mend. I didn't stop to mark them as they happened, didn't know that I was living through the best. The days we didn't know were good slipped past us. If I had known, I would have paid more notice, would have memorized the light and how it felt, would have held the conversations just a little longer, would have listened harder to the stories people tell. But that's the nature of the days worth keeping. They don't announce themselves with any sign, they just pass the way. All ordinary days do. The days we didn't know were good were the best days of our lives. The days we didn't know were good were more than we could recognize. The days we didn't know were good live on in everything. Maybe that's the thing I'm learning slowly, that right now might be a day worth noting down. That ordinary Tuesday in the kitchen might be the one I'll miss when it's not around. The days we didn't know were good were the best days of our lives. The days we didn't know were good were more than we could recognize. The days we didn't know were good, I know them now. Ooh, I know them now.
We drove without a destination chosen, just gas enough to get us somewhere new. The radio was always on to something, and everything we heard felt like it knew. We had no plan and thought that made us lucky. We had no map and called it being free. And every wrong turn somehow got us somewhere. We laughed at things that weren't that funny, really, but laughed because the laughing felt so right. We stayed out past the hour that made sense then, and walked back home beneath the open night. I didn't know that I was storing all of it the way a tree store before we knew better. We knew everything before we knew better. We lived like it would last before we knew better. We never looked too fast before we knew better. Was the best of it. I wouldn't trade a single wrong decision from back when we were young enough to try, because the best mistakes I ever made then were made with you beside me on that ride. Before we knew better, we lived like it would last. Before we knew better, we never looked too fast. Before we knew better, we had it all.
I can still feel the heat of that particular summer, the kind that settled into everything. The screen doors creak, the cicadas after sundown, the way the air felt full of something. A job I didn't think about on weekends, and friends who knew exactly where to find me, and time that moved the way time used to move. I didn't know that summer was the last one, before the years began to ask for more, before the calendar filled up with obligations, and weekends stopped feeling like before. I'd give a great deal just to walk back through it, not to change a thing, just to be there. The summer I was 20, one more time. The summer I was 20, didn't know what it was worth. The summer I was 20 was the sweetest thing on earth. The summer I was 20 still lives in me. Some seasons don't come back the way you want them. They leave and take their warmth along for good. But every year when summer finds me again, I'm 20 for a moment, if I could. The summer I was 20, didn't know what it was worth. The summer I was 20 was the sweetest thing on earth. The summer I was 20. go back there. I found them in a shoebox, under sweaters, the ones I wrote but never thought to mail. Each one began the same way, with your name there, and ended somewhere words began to fail. I must have written 20 in that winter, the winter after everything fell through, and none of them were good enough to send you. I read them now the way you'd read a stranger's, with distance that the years have given me. The person writing them was so much younger and braver than I let myself to be. She said the things I swallowed for a decade, put them on the page and then put them away. I wish I'd had the courage she was practicing. Letters I never sent said everything I meant. Letters I never sent were truer than the rest. Letters I never sent still know your name. I didn't mail them then and won't mail them now. Some things are meant to stay inside the box, but I'm glad she wrote them, that younger version. Glad she found the words before she lost. Letters I never sent said everything I meant. Letters I never sent were truer than the rest. Letters I never sent, and now I understand.
I caught a glimpse of him the other morning, in a photograph I hadn't seen in years. He's standing in a field with his arms out wide, like nothing in the world could bring him fears. He didn't know what waited up ahead there. He didn't know the half of what was coming. And looking at him now, I'd say good luck, kid. He thought everything was just beginning. He thought the hard part hadn't started yet. He had a laugh that didn't need a reason, and hadn't learned the things he would regret. I've tried to hold on to the best parts of him, the openness, the willingness to try. The boy I used to be still lives somewhere in me. The boy I used to be didn't know how fast it'd go. The boy I used to be had so much left to know. The boy I used to be still looks out through my eyes. I wanna tell him not to be in such a hurry, that the slow road has the better view by far. But he wouldn't listen, he was already running, and maybe that was just who we were. The boy I used to be didn't know how fast it'd go. The boy I used to be had so much left to know. The boy I used to be, I carry him with pride. We used to ride our bikes on gravel roads in June, before the heat had settled in for good. Past the old barn where the swallows nested early, through every shortcut that we knew we should. There was a creek we always stopped to wade through, too cold for swimming, but too good to pass. And afternoons that had no end in sight then. I went back once to find the gravel road gone, paved over smooth and painted down the center. The barn was just a memory of a roof line, and June felt different somehow, maybe thinner. But somewhere underneath the quiet suburb, the creek is still doing what creeks do. And somewhere I'm still wading through it, barefoot. Gravel roads in June were never just a road. They were the whole world, paved over, but you can close your eyes and feel the stones, the way they sounded under bicycle tires, the way that summer always felt like home. Gravel roads in June were never just a road, they were the whole world before the world got on. Gravel roads in June, take me back again. It wasn't anything that special, really. Just five of us around the table talking. Pizza in the middle, getting colder, and nobody with anywhere worth walking. We talked about the things young people talk about, the future and the people we'd become, and laughed until the restaurant looked at us. I've had fancier evenings since that one there, better food and far more comfortable chairs, but nothing quite as easy as that table, nothing quite as free of small repairs. We didn't have to try to be together, it just was what it was, and that was good. What we called a good time really was one. What we called a good time was better than we knew. What we called a good time was me and all of you. What we called a good time still makes me smile. I'd trade 100 of the nights since then for one more night around that table laughing. Not because those other nights were worthwhile, but because that kind of easy doesn't last.
There's a song that takes me somewhere every time, without my asking, without any warning. It comes on in a grocery store or car ride, and suddenly it's that particular morning. You're standing in the kitchen, hair still tangled, the coffee's on and nothing needs deciding, and we have all the time. The song is playing. I've tried to understand why music does this, why certain songs are doorways to a room where everything you loved is still exactly where you left it in the afternoon. The science of it doesn't really matter. What matters is the song still works its way back to the morning, where you're always waiting. The song that was playing when everything was right. The song that was playing still plays inside the night. The song that was playing brings you back to me. I keep the station on where it might find me some afternoon when I have let my guard down, because the best surprise I know is sudden and sounds exactly like that song. The song that was playing when everything was right. The song that was playing still plays inside the night. The song that was playing, and there you are again.
We always thought we were a little older, more serious than the people around us seemed. We carried ourselves like we had it figured, like we were further along than we had dreamed. But looking back at photographs from then there, we were just kids with very serious faces, younger than we felt by half a lifetime. My daughter showed me one the other evening and asked me what I was so worried about. about. I couldn't even tell her what was pressing, whatever it was that filled me up with doubt. I wish I could go back and tell that younger face, you got so much more time than this looks like. You're younger than you feel. Enjoy the feeling. Younger than we felt, that's what we really were. Younger than we felt before the years conferred. Younger than we felt and didn't know it then. I try to hold that lesson now for real here, that I am probably younger than I think, that whatever seems so heavy in this moment will lighten by the time I reach the brink. Younger than we felt, that's what we really were. Younger than we felt before the years conferred. Younger than we felt. I'd tell us both to rest.
I took the last train out of town that August, with everything I owned inside one bag. The platform was deserted, but for one face, you waving like the whole goodbye would drag. I pressed my hand against the cold glass window and watched the town get smaller in the dark, and carried you with me the whole way forward. I've wondered since what would have happened staying if I had put the bag back down and turned. Some roads lead somewhere better for the leaving, and some were never meant to be returned. I don't regret the choosing, just the leaving. The way a clean break still leaves something sore. The last train out of town took me to my life. The last train out of town was harder than I knew. The last train out of town was me leaving you. There's no way now to know which version of me would have been the happier of the two. The one who stayed or the one who kept on going. I only know the one who misses you. The last train out of town was harder than I knew. The last train out of town was me leaving you. The last train out of town, and I still feel it. We had nothing but time and didn't treasure it the way you never treasure what's in reach. We let the afternoon slip by like water and called it living when it was just ease. I'd sit for hours with no particular purpose and never once feel guilty for the sitting. We had nothing but time, and it was plenty. Now time is what I'm always running short of, the thing I'd pay the most to get back some. I parcel out my hours like a miser, and still the weeks go faster as they come. I think of all those empty, slow afternoons with something close to longing in my chest. We had nothing but time, and it was everything. Nothing but time, and we let it run. Nothing but time.
rules a little, and somehow never paid the price for bending. You laughed at things the rest of us were careful of, and never seemed to worry where it's ending. I used to think that you were just lucky, that eventually the bill would find you somewhere. But decades on, you still seem just as unbothered. I've spent a long time being so responsible, and you've spent that same time being you. And I can't say my way was any better, just different from the way you always knew. Maybe there's a version of a life well lived that looks a lot more like the way you did it. Maybe I was the one who missed the lesson, the one who got away with everything. Taught me more than I could see back then. The one who got away with everything was living while I practice now and when. The one who got away with everything. I finally understand. Oh, it's not too late to let a little of it go. The caution and the careful and the plan, to be a little more like you were always, living like the moments close at hand. The one who got away with everything taught me more than I could see back then. The one who got away with everything was living while I practice now and when. The
turn into the ordinary days, the ones that didn't seem like much back then. A Tuesday afternoon with nothing pressing, a kitchen full of something on the mend. I didn't stop to mark them as they happened, didn't know that I was living through the best. The days we didn't know were good slipped past us. If I had known, I would have paid more notice, would have memorized the light and how it felt, would have held the conversations just a little longer, would have listened harder to the stories people tell. But that's the nature of the days worth keeping. They don't announce themselves with any sign, they just pass the way